Okay, so in this video I am going to be showing you how I took this picture from looking like this to looking like this in Photoshop. So the first step I'm going to do, I'm just going to take this and delete it. The next thing, I'm going to right click and just come to flatten image. The reason I'm doing flatten image because I just want it to be a background layer and not just a layer. Anyways, it doesn't matter. So I'm just going to duplicate the layer, turn this off. Then I'm just going to come to the face and just solve for the blemishes on the skin. So I'm going to come to this healing brush tool. I think in my last video I said I'm going to make a tutorial about how to deal with blemishes on the skin tone on the skin. So I think I've not worked on that yet, but definitely going to be the next video now. Okay, so yeah, so I'm going, this is fine. So I'm just going to come to Retouch Academy. So I'm Retouch Academy. I'm just going to come to the Gaussian blur, via Gaussian blur. So like I always say, the more texture you want on your image, the higher the radius you should use. The less texture you want to see, the lower the radius you should use. So I'm going to use like 4 on this because I want the skin to be really smooth, and click on OK. Okay, this before and then this after. So I'm just going to reduce the opacity a little bit, and yeah, so just to reduce the layer. So I'm going to merge it, Control Shift E to merge. Okay, so from here what I'm going to do now is just change the color of the background because I feel the background is too close to the skin tone of the model, and it's just giving one kind of monochrome vibe. So what I'm going to do is just select the subject and change the background. So for this I'm just going to duplicate the layer one more time and come to my object selection tool. Now come here and click select subject. By the way, this is Photoshop CC 2020. Okay, now so what I'm going to do is just come to I was going to select the subject and select the background separately, but then I changed my mind. What I'm going to use now is just come to hue and saturation and click on it. It becomes an adjustment. So what this does is it take the selection and make it a mask. Alright, so it takes the selection I made and then it made it a mask. So what I'm going to do is come here and click on Ctrl I. Click on Ctrl I, and I'm going to double click on this and then just move the hue, just move the hue a little bit to make it pink. Can increase saturation and drop, yeah, drop this, right, or I can click colorize to just make it a solid layer, right. One issue I'm seeing is that because of the color, okay, I think here is better. I like this. So okay, so now we've done this. Yeah, so one thing I might just do is come to this mask and double click. I have issue with pronouncing double click. Anyway, so I'll come here and just double click it and just increase the feather just to blend the edges, right? So just to blend the edges more. Yeah, I think I'm good with this. So this before and then after. So now I'm just going to merge, Ctrl Shift E, merge everything down. Then I'm going to work on the hair. So I'm just going to click on this plus icon to create a new layer, then clone stamp, click on the clone stamp. Then what I'm just going to do is come here, change the blend mode to darken, and just paint. So what darken does, this blend mode darken does, what we are telling Photoshop is whatever I sample, only paint it on the area that is dark, right? Only paint it on the area that is dark and leave the area that is not dark alone. So this way you avoid creating weird looking patterns on the hair after clone stamping on it, right? So yeah, so essentially what I'm doing, I'm just trying to remove this extra loose hair to make the hair look really sharp, right? Okay, so as you can see, this before and then it's after. As you can see, there are still some kind of jagged part on the hair, so we're going to fix that. Just come here and press Ctrl Shift E, and we're going to come to filter, we're going to come to Liquify. Okay, so now that we're in the Liquify panel, what I'm going to do is just come to this tool here, forward warp tool, and I'm just going to push this here to just kind of match the curves of the hair, or arc rather, the arc or arch, whichever the curves of the hair. Yeah, so I'm just going to bring this out just to create like, yeah, so push this in. Okay, so this is before and then this after. Yeah, I think I want to push this part down a bit, just a little bit. Yep. So before and after, we're good to go. Okay, as you can see, there's a little ring here that I don't really like. I want to push it, take it away, because I feel it's distracting. So I'm just going to take the close stamp tool and just I'm already on a new layer, so I'm just going to come click on sample, alt to sample from area nearby, and just paint on it. So here we have it before and after. I'm just going to merge both layers again. So the next thing we're going to do is just fix the eye, whiten the eyes. I'm going to come to Magic Eye on Retouch Academy panel. Okay, so one thing I like about this Retouch Academy's Magic Eyes is that with one tool, with one brush stroke, you can just fix the vein in the eye. There are veins in the eyes, like you just take care of it. Before, what I had to do, I had to go to blur and use other techniques to take care of the veins in the eyes. But now, since I got this Retouch Academy, like it has been a game changer for me. Like with just one brush stroke, I can take care of the blood vessels in the eyes and also whitening the eyes in just. By the way, the Retouch Academy is part of my retouching pack. If you are using a Windows system, currently I don't have the one that works for a MacBook yet, but if you are using a Windows system, I think you should really check out my retouching pack. It's going to help you. Okay, so this is before and after. I'm just going to reduce it a bit. Right, yeah, no, so this is fine. So far this is where we are. Let me just merge it. So far this is where we are. This is before and this is after. So one last thing I'll do, not the last thing, once the next step we're going to do, I'm going to come to Retouch Academy again. I'll come to Magic Smile and just take care of the, just brighten the teeth a bit, right? So anytime you brighten the eyes, don't forget to brighten the teeth. If you brighten the teeth, make sure you brighten the eyes, because the teeth and the eyes usually stays in the same kind of brightness, right? Brightness level. Okay, so this is before and this after. I'm going to reduce a bit, then merge. So I'm going to add a lot. Come to lookup table. Yeah, I like the way it's dark skin, but yeah. So most times, okay, let's do with this. If you got in my retouching power, and most lots sometimes it does not work so well on the first go. So let's do this. I'm going to work with this just to show you an example of this. So what I'm going to do now, as you can see here, this is a white mask. I'm going to Ctrl I to invert it. So what I'm going to do, I'm just going to paint the effect of the lot on just the skin tone, right? On just the skin tone. So I'm going to paint it on. So as you can see, just painting it, just separating it and making it just work on the skin tone, and make it look a lot better than the lot affecting the whole image, right? But it's not looking so much good right now, but I know. So we're going to fix it now. So what we're going to do, you just come to the opacity and just reduce it, right? Just reduce it. So this is before and this is after. Just that's how you fix it, right? Just reduce it. This is before and after. So if you've gotten my skin tone, my retouching pack, always remember that the lot in that pack is skin tone lots, right? It works best on the skin tone of your subject. Yet there are some times that it will work perfectly with your environment and the whole image, but 80% of the time is work best with just the skin tone, right? Always remember that. So this is before and then this is after. Now this is like 30%, right? So let me turn this off. What was this? This chocolate skin 8, right? So let's put another one, the same exact lots, and I'll show you the difference between applying it on just the skin and applying it the whole image. So let's go to look up. I'm going to chocolate 8, right? So now this is how it looks with applying it on all the image, but yet it's the same exact lot, but yet it's on just the skin tone, right? So it's fixed. Anyway, so one thing I can do, I can press Ctrl D to duplicate the lots layer. I'm just going to come here and change it and add another one, not change it rather. So and add another one. Now adding this one just improves from where the last one stopped, right? I can keep going on. I can keep going on and on just to make the image look the way I want it to look. But for now, I think this is looking good. So this is before and this is after. So one thing I can do is just come to curve and just raise the brightness of the image just a bit, right? Okay, so this is before and then after, right? So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to bring in, depending on when you're watching this video, I've updated my retouching pack, so I have some background and PNG overlays. So I've updated my retouch toolkit pack, so now I have backgrounds and some PNG. So I'm going to look for some PNG that I have, the fader. Okay, yeah, so we have black feather. I'm going to take this, so I'm going to take one of these and just add it, right? So I think I'll go with this. So I'm just going to drag and drop it here. So now I'm going to do is just click Right click and then flip vertical. I needed to flip it. It's not flip, or it's rotate. Rotate 90-degree. Yeah. So now I'm going to just so now I'm just going to increase the size, and here we go. So normally you're going to change the blend mode, right? So um because it's white, sometimes the blend mode do not work depending on the layer. So the easiest way to fix this is just to invert it. So what I do, I click on this layer and press Ctrl I, which means now the black feathers are now white and the white part is now black. So with this I can come to blend mode and just come to screen, and everything is done. So like this. So one thing I can do, I can come and click on the mask button here, click on this place to create the mask, and make sure it's black, and just take it off from take the feather off the skin, right? So I don't know if this part is fast for you to understand. So what I did, I think I should go back. So anytime you press Ctrl I on any layer, what you are doing, you are inverting it. So you are rotating. It's like flipping the back of your shirt. So what is outside become inside, and what is inside comes outside. So what I did, now as you can see, this feather here, they are black and the background is white. Now I have tried to use blend modes to remove the background, and it's not really looking good, right? It's not looking perfect from my own perspective. So the only thing I have to do now is to make what is black white and what is white black. So that's why I press Ctrl I. So now I can just come and click on screen, and everything works perfectly. Now I come here and I click on the mask button, then I just take the feathers off of the skin because I don't want it to distract this to be on the skin, right? Let's even want this here. Yeah, so this is perfect. So one thing I can do is come to this place and come to filter, blur, and just do Gaussian blur, and just blow it out a little bit, right? Click on OK. So yeah, here we are. I think I should reduce this lot layer a little bit, right? I'm reducing it because I want to add another lot on it, so let's make it 50%. Right, so before and after. 50% is a bit too much. Let's make it like 30. Before and after, fine. So I'm going to come here and add another. So when it comes to lots, you can add as much as your heart desired to get the perfect tone you are going for. So I'll look for 19. Yeah, I think this is perfect. Now I'm just going to reduce the opacity. Right, so let me click 20, right, before and after. So when you put everything together on the layer, here we have the before and here we have the after. I can still go on and on to fix the contrast. Let me just add a little bit of contrast. So I come to curve and just drop the shadows a little bit and take the highlight up a little bit just to add a bit of contrast and a punch, and then reduce the opacity. I mean, I can keep going on and on and on, but then for the purpose of this tutorial, I think this is fine. Let me add this to the layer we have before and after.